Think about all of the loose change you've gotten in your life. Have you done anything meaningful with it? What if you could take that loose change as you get it and then invest it in your future? This is the value proposition of the personal finance app Acorns. The truth about Acorns is that it's not even the best tool for providing that kind of value. This video will go through the logic, reasoning, and math behind why Acorns is a bad choice for investing your money. We'll also cover some better ideas on what you can do to put aside a little money every now and again and automatically invest it toward your future. And the best part is, we'll be able to do this for no cost. First, let me begin with my Acorn story. I've had a cup that's held loose change for the better part of 8 years, all throughout high school and college. I only recently went into a grocery store to use a Coinstar machine in order to get myself an Amazon gift card. For my years of trouble collecting all those annoying little coins, I only got back just over $60. That's right, just $60 for over 8 years worth of loose change. And this is coming from a guy who bought pretty much everything with cash over that time period. After thinking about what to spend my money on, the idea of Acorns just kept creeping into my head. I had seen the commercials and I liked the idea. Every time I bought something, now using a debit card, they would round up my purchase, take the loose change that would have just been sitting on my cup for years, and instead invested it toward my future. It was easy, simple, and there was no effort on my part. So I signed up for Acorns. I deposited the minimum $5, but thanks to a promo code I got from my dad, they deposited an additional $5 into my account. As the stock market was doing very well, my balance was already creeping up by a couple pennies over just a short period of time. My Acorns experience was going pretty well until I started looking at my financial transactions on Mint and noticed a charge from Acorns for $1. Now, I completely admit I was ignorant to the fact that Acorns charge a subscription fee for the service that they provide. None of the advertising, videos, or discussions I had seen or heard had ever mentioned this. I went to check on my account and read up on the benefits of Acorns to see if my $12 per year would be worth it. First, I noticed my portfolio balance was still at just a little bit over $10. None of my spare change had actually been invested. And this is because Acorns does not actually transfer any money into the account until your loose change roundups reach $5. Next, I saw that I was actually subscribed to the cheapest option available. They have a second tier with access to retirement accounts, banking, and a rewards card for $3 a month. Then there's a family plan for a monthly $5, which also includes the ability to open up investment accounts for children. Now, even though the subscription price that I paid was only $1, I felt like it was a pretty big waste of money. I initially deposited $5. If I didn't have the extra $5 from the promo code, 1/5 or literally 20% of my initial investment would have gone toward just paying 1 month worth of their subscription fee. 20% of my balance gone in just 1 month. Let's investigate these issues in detail. The oddities of the roundup feature, the cost of subscriptions, and how much growth would be necessary to still have an investment gain after these fees. First, the roundup feature deposits your money once the loose change from your purchases reaches $5. This means that Acorn will put $5 into your account at least every 5 purchases, assuming each one is for an even dollar amount and you have the full dollar roundup feature enabled. Let's do an example. Let's find out what the average amount per roundup would need to be to make a $5 investment after 6 purchases. You divide 6 transactions by 5 to find that the average of these roundups would have to be 83 cents. This means that your average purchase ends in 17 cents. Now, I haven't gone back to check every bank statement that I've ever had, but I intuitively feel like most of my transactions end in a dollar amount that's closer to $1 than it is just a little bit over $1. Let's go to the spreadsheet. We can see the math we just did repeated for a bunch of different numbers of transactions. You hit 50 cents at 10 purchases. We'll call this average since half of the purchases you make will end in a dollar amount that is above and a dollar amount that is below 50 cents. Now, how much money would you need to spend in order to reach the $5 deposit minimum? Assuming that you'll reach it about every 10 transactions, that's going to be at least 10 transactions of 50 cents each, or $5. If we're saying that you need to spend $5 in order to invest $5, why wouldn't you just go out and invest the $5? Obviously, in the real world, there's a benefit to Acorns in that people can just set it and forget it. We'll touch on better ways to do that later in the video. I'd also appreciate it if you can touch on the like button to help this video reach more people so they can stop wasting their money using Acorns. Also, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified when new videos come out every Friday. They'll help you live a life you love through personal finance and self-improvement. Second, let's talk about those pesky subscription fees. Acorns will charge you at a minimum $1 per month, or $12 a year. For this dollar with the Lite plan, you will receive access to an Acorns investment account with the Roundup feature, some bonus investments, which are essentially just cash back deals for shopping with certain retailers, and then some articles. For the cost of $0, you can set up a recurring investment in a different account, as we'll talk about later, earn cash back through your credit card, and find financial articles on Google. Or you can just watch my videos. Then there's the $3 per month personal plan. This will give you access to a retirement option, which again will be free if you just use a different service. You'll also be able to bank through Acorns using their checking account, and you can do roundups with their debit card. The difference is that these roundups will be made in real time as you swipe the card. But since roundups are at most going to be $1, there really isn't going to be a difference on the growth that money will see in the long run, versus if that money was eventually invested in a typical $5 minimum. Lastly, you can earn more with up to 10% bonus investments, although specifics aren't provided anywhere on the banking aspect of their website. The video states that this 10% bonus is from shopping with local restaurants and businesses. Finally, let's touch on the family plan. For $5 per month, you'll also get access to investment accounts for children and family financial advice. Alternatively, you can open tax advantage accounts for your child, like an educational savings account or a 529 plan to save for college expenses. You can also simply just open a custodial investment account for the minor, or even better, a custodial IRA if the child has earned income in that year. You can watch my previous video on investments for beginners to get a deeper understanding of these concepts. One of these vocabulary words that I just mentioned that's pretty important is tax advantaged. This means that certain types of investment accounts receive tax benefits, namely paying taxes later or not at all, which saves you money. In particular, you may have heard of employer-sponsored plans such as the 401k or individual retirement accounts like the traditional or Roth IRA. A big difference is that with normal investment accounts, you will always have to pay what is called a capital gains tax when you sell a successful investment. This is a tax on the growth of your investment since you first bought it. This will actually decrease your rate of return that you see on your investment account because you don't actually pay this capital gains tax until you sell. And this capital gains tax is only likely to increase in the future. So you're paying Acorns a fee to hold your money in a non-tax advantaged account, or you're paying them even more money to keep your money in a retirement account that you can open up for free elsewhere. We'll soon touch on better things you can do to invest your money like Acorns. Returning to the third point from earlier, I'd like to demonstrate exactly how much money you would need to have invested with Acorns to simply break even every month. This means that the investments you have with Acorns will grow by an amount that at least covers the subscription price that you're paying. I will be doing this analysis assuming extremely generous circumstances as well. Assuming an annual interest rate of 10% and that this growth is constant, we can see that you will need to have an initial investment of $120 in order to have enough money such that your investment will grow just to cover the cost of your subscription fee. If you have the personal plan, you'll need $363. For the family plan, $600. That's a little bit more than your spare change to get started, isn't it? This is all to say, in the age of Robinhood where stock trading and investing is essentially free, and with traditional brokerage firms also offering no or low fees, why would you pay Acorns to invest a little bit of your money every now and again into an account in which you'll have to pay more taxes, which is going to cost you more money? The solution and better thing to do with your money is simple. Open up a Roth IRA with a brokerage firm that allows for automatic or recurring investments. A Roth IRA is a tax-advantaged individual retirement account that allows you to contribute up to $6,000 per year toward your investments, assuming that you've made at least that much money in post-tax money within the year. The beautiful thing is that you can withdraw your capital gains tax-free after the age of 59 and a half, and you can withdraw your normal contributions at any point, penalty-free. I have more information about the specifics of this account available in my Investing for Beginners video that we talked about earlier. In short, all you need to do is choose a brokerage firm and then open up your Roth IRA with them. I use Fidelity and I've been making weekly contributions and I've enjoyed their service. It's also been great to see my money grow within this awesome stock market that we're having. The next step will be to set up that automatic or recurring investment so that you're putting aside a little bit of money every week or month just like you would be on Acorn. This takes just a couple of clicks. However often you have it set up, your chosen amount will be transferred into your Roth IRA and then the money will be used to purchase the security of your choice. Those of you watching may have two issues with this setup. First, Acorns only has a few options for available investments and they're generally based on your risk tolerance, which makes the choice pretty simple. Second, you may have already maxed out your Roth IRA, and doing that is pretty sound financial advice, by the way. To solve the first, you're most likely going to want to have a series of broad range index funds, which have built-in diversification. Depending on your risk tolerance, you can go all in on ETFs, which track the S&P 500, earning you a higher return than the majority of actively managed funds. Or you can decrease your risk and also your likely return by also including different indices such as blue chip stocks, dividend stocks, or bonds. I haven't been able to dig up any historical records on the returns of Acorns ETFs. However, even their aggressive option was outpaced by the S&P 500 in just the short time that I held an account with Acorns. Very few actively managed investments outperform the stock market, even though doing so is the goal of every financial and investment professional. If you want a simple choice, invest in an index fund fund, or ETF, which tracks the S&P 500. To solve the second issue, just set up a recurring investment on Robinhood. While you won't receive any of the tax benefits, it will do the same thing as Acorns in terms of putting a little bit of your money aside every now and again. But Robinhood won't charge you for this convenience. Make sure to like the video if you learned a smarter way to handle investing your money and your spare change for your future. Comment below with any questions you have in getting started or continuing with your personal finance journey. Also below are my social media links, including my eBay reselling TikTok. Subscribe and ring the bell to be notified when new videos come out every Friday, which cover personal finance and self-improvement. Click the video on screen to watch another that you're going to enjoy, and please add some music, an alternative to Acorns, or whatever else it is that you love to your day.
Add some music, just add some music to your day.